She was 18. She knew how to kill, but she didn't know how to take a hit, defend herself. So much had changed. Despair began to take over as the nightmares spiraled out of control. She couldn't get away. She wasn't strong enough to defeat Axel. She never had been. She always got it worse when she tried to fight back. "Fight back," someone ordered, his tone hard, resolved. "Actually fight back. You're in control here. You have the power." Sawyer looked away from Axel, grunting as he kicked her ribs. She saw Jasper standing nearby, looking horrified but not interfering. This was their deal. He was going to teach her to take control of her subconscious mind, change the outcomes of her nightmares. Seeing him made her remember this was just another nightmare, another lie her past was making up in her head. In her head. She could win here. She could fight. She grabbed Axel's foot before it came down a second time and twisted his ankle hard, listening to it snap. Axel screamed and fell back. She jumped over him and swung down several times, his shield finally cracking under the onslaught, finally shattering until she could connect with his face. "Wake up," Jasper commanded. "You won." She was pulled out of her nightmare in the blink of an eye. Sawyer groaned as she woke up, rolling to the edge of her bed to get up and instead running into a body between her and freedom from the confines of her comforter. She pushed herself up and looked down, annoyed with the pale chest between her and her desk. "Fuck," she mumbled, seeing Xander's flame-red hair, the freckles that covered his face and chest, the tattoos that made his body intriguing, the ones he hadn't had when life separated them years before. She'd forgotten that he'd ended up in her bed the night before. They had argued, again, over something petty, she remembered, something stupid. She didn't remember exactly what that had been, but their arguments tended to end in her bedroom or his, forgotten on the floor with the discarded clothing. The sex was always fantastic, at least. She moved to the other side of the bed and left that way, hoping not to wake him up. She didn't need him worrying about her nightmares. This was between her and Jasper, regardless of how the other guys felt about that. They all wanted to help. Elijah wanted to cuddle her through it, an excuse to have physical contact in a bed. Quinn wanted to watch over her, and that was just Quinn. Xander. Well, maybe that was what they had argued about, now that she thought about it. She still didn't remember. Vincent just wanted her sane. Easier said than done. She found sweatpants and a tank top, pulling them on before staggering sleepily to her desk and collapsing into the chair. She reached blindly for the journal Jasper had given her to record every instance of a dream or nightmare she had. She flipped the journal open and groaned as she began to search for a pencil. She heard her door open and close softly. She didn't need to look for who it was. She could feel his magic enter the room. "Here," Jasper whispered gently, holding out a writing utensil of some sort. She snatched it and rubbed her eyes. "Good morning," she mumbled, beginning to recount everything of her nightmare on the page, every detail remembered, every feeling. "Good morning," he replied. "It's 4 a.m. You almost made it through the night." "Oh, goody," she grumbled, scratching down her thoughts. "Workout in an hour." "That's right." He chuckled and grabbed the second chair. She didn't like that there was more furniture in her bedroom now. Between the extra chair at her desk, the 2 couches they had brought up, the TV, and the weapons safe, there was too much goddamn furniture. They had made her room into a place where they could come up, sit down, and bother the piss out of her. She half hated it. "We've been doing this for 2 weeks," Sawyer declared impatiently, slamming the journal closed when she was finished. She knew Jasper was going to want to read it, but she hadn't let him yet. Making it through the